All right, today is Monday, January 20th. Year is 2020. I watched Tyler Perry's movie on Netflix, A Fall from Grace. And actually, the movie wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. The ending of the movie pretty much sort of saved it for me. But that movie drug like a motherfucker. Tyler Perry know how to drag a motherfucker in his movies. I was drugged for an hour or two, and I said, damn! I couldn't find that remote fast enough to try to fast forward. But I didn't want to forward. I was afraid I was going to miss some stuff in that movie. But that movie drags for a little bit, y'all. It drags. It's a slow-moving movie. It could have used a lot more action. The cinematography was kind of whack. The whole scene, the courtroom scene, the way he shot that, I didn't like the way it looked. I don't know. It was like we were watching a whole nother movie. It was like at one point I was like, "What happened?" I had to adjust my TV because I said something wrong with my TV, but it wasn't my television. It was the way Tyler Perry shot the movie. He only shot the movie in 5 days, and it showed. The bad wigs, the main male character, the bad guy, he had this big fake box thing on top of his head. It was no real head. That shit was fake. It was a piece. Whatever they could be, a unit, as they call them. You know, I've had people approach me, Walter, you can get a unit on your head and you can look like that. That's it. I'm not doing that. But I've had people, every time I go to a barbershop, man, have you thought about getting one of them units in here? I'm like, no, because is it free? Why would I want to glue that shit to the top of my head so I can be in that gym? That shit be flapping all over the damn place. I'm in there sweating this damn gym. This thing been popped loose. Hell no. But it was the cinematography, the restaurant scene. They were up in the Waffle House or the Huddle House drinking wine. I was a little confused by that. Just cheap. You know, Tyler Perry could have found a nice restaurant or any set someplace would have been nice for that scene where they were into a restaurant or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky. But the movie was shot in 5 days. That's a lot to shoot and script and everything and production. And he probably was editing it by the day. There were a lot of editing errors in the movie. Twitter pointed all that stuff out. The script, we ain't going to even talk about the script. The acting, some of the actors were good. I actually liked Phylicia Rashad in the movie. I thought she was good. She's always a great actress. I thought she was pretty good. The main character from The Haves and the Haves Not, she tends to give a pretty decent performance, sort of. The woman who played the district attorney, I thought she wasn't bad. If he spent a little bit more money, he could have polished the movie a little bit. But when you only got a 5 day. I don't know how he comes up with these 5 and 6 and 7 day budgets or whatever. You know, the time we're gonna be shooting this in 5 days. Because it literally looked like he shot it in 5 days from beginning to end. I mean, nothing. The script was okay. The only thing that saved that movie for me was the ending because that was kind of it was a twist than his typical Tyler Perry stuff. But the movie could have been great if it was more polished. Script-wise, more believable stuff. I think that's just, but I think Tyler Perry, like I said, he makes his money off these movies. So he makes a hell of a lot of money. He's never going to change his style. He's never going to change the quality of the movie he puts out. He's never going to change the script. He's going to cut it from 5 days to 3 days. He wants to hurry up and get this stuff out, rush produce it, and get it out, give it to the masses, make his money, and move on to the next project. I get it. And it's very simple. I mean, it's not complicated to understand what he's doing. Although it would be nice, it would be really, really nice to see him, do something. The movie that he really messed up for me, the movie Color Girls, because I read the book, and he butchered that movie. It was horrible. I couldn't believe it. Color Girls, I can't think of that name of that movie, but all of Tyler Perry movies seem to be very similar in theme, in quality, and production. They all seem. The first movie he ever made was probably the best one he ever made. I love that movie, the very first one he did. I can't think of the name of that movie. I think that, but it's always going to be a cheating husband, a wife that's been, all the themes are very similar in his movies because he writes them all. And so I could be wrong. I mean, the most horrible, wretched movie I saw with him, Earl went to go see a movie called Boo by Tyler Perry. I wanted to walk out of that mess. It was horrible. It was terrible. And I was so mad with Earl because he wanted to see that mess. It was terrible. So this was not as bad as Boo. This was actually an improvement in his movies, only because the ending was unexpected from a typical Tyler Perry movie. I would love to see a little bit more quality production though. He's got this multi-billion-dollar studio over there, but you shooting $5 films with GoPro cameras. That's not making sense to me. But hey, his fans love it. I'm sure I'm sure Netflix had 1 million hits on it. And this was another play. I watched that movie in my bed last night at about 9:30, 10 o'clock last night. I didn't have to leave the comfort of my home to go into some movie theater and pay $20, $30, $40, $50 to get into the movie plus popcorn and drinks and parking. I watched that shit from free in my bed. And that made things a whole lot easier for me to appreciate his quality of fare because that shit should have been free. So I didn't have much complaints. I was laying in bed eating some pork skins, having me a vodka and cranberry, watching the movie and playing on my laptop. When he was dragging us along, certain parts of that movie were drugged like a motherfucker. I was playing on the internet, looking up what was going on here. I missed quite a bit of the part that I couldn't even. Other than the ending of that movie, when she was found guilty, and I'm not going to give away the plot in case I ever want to go after y'all have seen all that anyway. But after she was found, the ending of the movie is when the movie finally came to life. But that first half of that movie, that shit boy, did it drag. And Tyler Perry with that fake beard and weird, it looked like, I don't know, sometimes I don't know whether to take Tyler Perry's movies like this, is he serious or is this a comedy? Because I really don't know what he's trying to give you. Is he trying to do like they did in the 70s when they had these black exploitation movies, the exploitation movies? I don't know if he's being serious or is he just this is a joke or... is just are you making fun of yourself in the movie? I think he's serious. But, again, this is probably one of the better movies Tyler Perry has released in the past few years. I didn't see Acrimony or any other stuff. I can't think of some of the other movies. I'm sure a lot of his fans, diehard fans, are going to love the movie because, it wasn't a bad movie per se. Like I said, I watched it from the comfort of my bed, eating pork skins, drinking a vodka and cranberry, going back and forth to my bathroom, peeing and farting, and coming back in bed looking to see what was going on this TV. Had I been in the movie theater, I probably would have been a little bit pissed. Sitting up in that theater and paid all that money to get in there. For that fit, So it made this movie was better for me because I was able to watch it in the comfort of my home. He need to do a lot more Netflix shit so I can sit through it. Netflix shit, although Netflix ain't free, we paying for it, but there's so much content on there. You can watch a little bit of it. I did pause it a couple of times. I was washing some clothes. I went down to the basement, put my clothes in the dryer. I was still doing some stuff around the house. Yeah. Excuse me, I was still doing some stuff around the house as I was sitting there watching, especially the parts when the movie was dragging, drug on. Too much dialogue in his movies. And that's one of the things I don't like about Tyler Perry's movies and TV shows. A lot of dialogue, a lot of back and forth from talk to characters sitting there, blah, 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 but no action. It's like, okay, wow. But that's, again, just my thoughts on the movies. It was not his worst movie. I've seen worse. In fact, I would honestly say this movie, because of the ending, was an improvement. That cinematography was still cheaper than a motherfucker. Them damn cameras was all over the place. The lighting was terrible. There were just some things that he need to work on, but he never gonna work on it. So ain't no sense even do constructive criticism because he don't give a fuck. So anyway, it was what it was. It was a Netflix movie on a Sunday night. You know, it could have been on Lifetime as far as I was concerned. Although I've seen some really good Lifetime movies. However, and maybe this is Tyler Perry's new venue place to put his movies out on Netflix. I mean, maybe that would be better. Instead of taking that stuff to the movie theater and robbing folks of cold and their hard-earned cash, you just get a little bit of money from the Netflix people. Because it couldn't have cost them much to produce that movie in 5 days. So it ain't $100 million blockbuster. Not that I can tell. But everybody has opinions. Like I said, that was a better movie, in my opinion. I think it was an improvement over some of the stuff that he's put out in the past. Only because the ending was different than most of his stuff. Other than that, it was a typical new Tyler Perry movie talk fest. And, it's basically for his diehard fans. That's just my thoughts and opinions on it. Wasn't a bad movie. I've seen worse. I think it was overall, like I said, an improvement. For A Fall from Grace. They say, I was reading someplace that it was a play first. I don't know where the play was seen, but first I read that it was actually a play first before he made it into the movie. So I don't know if he did the play as a play, or I would love to have seen how that play went. The character who played the male character, his acting wasn't that bad. Given the material that they had to work with, I think they probably did the best they could with the material that was there. It was not no Oscar, Academy Award winning, nothing. It just, this movie, for 3 months from now, we're going to forget all about it. Just no different than that movie. Netflix had a movie out a year or two ago about these people who were the bird something. They had these masks on, they were blind, and they couldn't see, and, it was a bunch of confusion, a bunch of bullshit. Everybody went and saw that movie. It was terrible. It was like, is this for real? Netflix will get you with some of the movies. They release these movies all this hoopla, and 3 months later, everybody forgot all about that shit exists. Netflix has got me with quite a few of their movies. Their movies and TV shows. The TV shows have gotten much better, but Netflix movies could use some improvements. This, in my opinion. But I'd love to hear your all thoughts and opinions. What you thought about Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace? Did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? What you think about it? It was a typical Tyler Perry movie. Was this an improvement? I think it was an improvement. At least the ending of his movie was. I've seen some Tyler Perry movies that just ended, and I'm like, what the hell did this happen? And it was the words like, that's the end. We're like, what? This one at least did have a real ending. So I give it that. So yep, Tyler, I give you a thumbs up on this movie because I was able to watch it from the comfort of my home, laying in bed, enjoying the comfort of laying, because it was freezing cold last night. It was cold, and then I had to turn that heat up last night. Shit, it was cold in this damn house. But anyway, that's just my thoughts and opinion. And yes, this Christmas tree is still there. You motherfucker, when's that tree coming down? I don't know. It might come down today. It might not come down today. I need to figure it out. It sure is dead over here. I just don't feel like making this mess. It's a flock tree and all this shit will make a mess. Yeah, look at the damn tree. Anyway, if you like my videos, click like, share them with family members and friends. Today is Monday, January the 20th, year 2020. And this is Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. Get out and do something productive today. I'm out of here and enjoy Dr. Martin Luther King's holiday.